He does some really cool stuff, and I'm like, dang, he needs to do a video on this. You guys, I'm Heather Quisel. I'm here to level up your business and level up your life. And this morning, I'm coming with my husband. He's so excited to be here. But we've got a good treat for you guys this morning. And there's things my husband does in particularly. There is a Thursday morning ritual that he does that I want you guys to hear about and learn about because it can translate into so many things. Physical, mental, work, whatever. But before I let Larry talk, I know he's nervous. I'm a little nervous too, sitting here next to him. Because I want you to be comfortable, because this will be so good. But I want you to know a few things about my husband up front. So I have known Larry since I was 15, and I can say that he is the man that I have most admired and been influenced by most of my life. And I'm super proud of him. So when I knew him in high school and college, you guys, he was a spectacular athlete. He was a 4-time state qualifier in high school. Yeah, let me know if I get this right. 2-time state champ. And then went on to college to be a 2-time All-American in the NCAAs. And his senior year was runner-up. He was a big freaking deal. And before you go thinking like this is all about Larry's glory days, because he had some and he was incredible, but Larry never stopped being a competitor, not physically or mentally, not ever once. And he keeps me on my competitive game too. Another thing about him, this is really cool, is that he bought and took over a business in 2015. And in the last 2, going on 3 years, he has more than doubled it. So not only did I get to watch him years ago just be a fierce competitor with a high bar of excellence and just excelling like in high school and college, but I've also gotten to see him as a grown man really apply those same principles to who he is and what he wants out of his life. So with all of that said, you didn't know I was going to be bragging on you. But I think it's really important for everybody to understand, like, it's not about what you've done in the past, it's what you continue to do. And it's what Larry continues to do that really motivates me and inspires me to be better. So he has this morning ritual every Thursday at the gym.
Many of you people know who Joe Rogan is, but it's kind of Joe Rogan's saying. He calls it, I abbreviate it to IB, but the original language is your inner bitch. So it's kind of his, following him and watch him, but he likes to challenge himself. He calls it conquering his inner bitch. So I call it the IB just for short, because
we talk about it with the kids.
Yeah, I talk about it with other people, so I don't use that language all the time. But anyway, so it's really a way to test myself each week, because I wake up and it is not my most favorite thing to want to do on my IB days. I'm like, it's that day, isn't it? But after it's all done, I feel the best I'll feel all week. So it's kind of a double-edged sword as far as, I dread it, but then the rest of the time I know I'm going to feel the best and be most productive, and also know that, I tested myself both, because it is a test both physically and mentally. When you get tired, you want to stop and look for the easy way out, which, this workout gets you tired, and then it also tests it's part cardio, part lifting, so you really test your cardio, but then you go into lifting pretty heavy, so I test my strength, make sure I still got it, which,
You got it.
I like to think I do still, but it's just a way to test myself still, which I like to do.
So I've heard you, like, when I first got keyed into this IB workout that you do, like, you positioned it kind of like, it's like you kind of have to beat the IB out of yourself. Like, right? You're kind of like you called him, whatever. Like the whiny, negative, just like the inner voices, right?
Right.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so, you have all these voices. I don't know, at least I do. I have all these, voices in your head as far as, oh, you don't want to do that today, or oh, you don't want to do this. So it's more like conquering that voice that says, no, I don't want to do that today, or I don't feel like doing that today. On this, it's like, hey, you don't have a choice. You're gonna do it. So it's more that mindset of training your mind to saying, I'm going to do this. I'm in control. Don't care what the voice says that I don't want to do it. It's cold this morning. I'm tired. I stayed up late. Didn't get a good night's sleep. Whatever it may be.
What I love about this is that this is a discipline, right? And if you've been following me for any length of time, I talk a lot about the disciplines that you need in your life and in your business. And what Larry's IB workout, and even the daily, 5 mornings a week he's at the gym. It's a discipline that not only conquers like physical, and this is what's really cool for people to understand, is that this translates into the mental game, and then he brings it home into the office, right? So when you can feel like empowered and like powerful and like you got your beats going, I've seen you and you like feel like badass. And then you come home and you're like, well, I just nailed it at the gym. I just conquered my IB. I can do anything in the office. And so this is the one thing, like, I don't want to do the IB. Like, I don't want to do it. But
we tried to get her to do it this morning.
But I love that he does it. And I love how it translates into all areas of life. Just to wrap this up in a nice little bow, it's all about discipline, right? And doing things that you don't want to do and how it translates into all areas of your life, right? And just to watch Larry from being a fierce, physical competitor, and there's a mind game to being a physical competitor, right? Like, I know that, and if you've ever done anything physical, you know it is. But to watch him take that same mind game into adulthood, into business, into parenting, and into life has been super, super inspiring. So thank you for joining us today. This was so super fun, Larry. Fast. All right. Mwah.